I don't think there's anything being prepared about like switching hospitals or going into adult. Just know your own condition. That's all I'd say. Just know the stuff you need to know and your medication and what is wrong. You just know as much information as possible. Like even with, I'm actually in a lot of different hospitals, not just in the adult one up here, but at home we don't have hospital. I have to go to Cavan every time, and I see different doctors constantly throughout the year, and I have to explain my condition over and over and over, and it's very annoying, but I just have to do it. And even to some of them I've never met in my life, and I just have to explain over and over and over, so it's difficult, but
That's a frustrating thing.
it's very frustrating, but there's nothing I can do.
Well, the challenge was to find out, like, you know, like who's what, like find out who does this, like who do I ring, or where do I go if I have a problem, or is there facilities, or is there plans for facilities, is there but obviously that doesn't come across now, but like that's what I was going through. Stuff like, am I going to change all my medicines, like, you know, I kind of wanted to stand firm in myself as well, like as I'm going, like in case like they were going to say oh yeah, we want to get rid of all your medicines and change everything. I'd be like, look, I'm actually pretty well at the moment. Like, you know, I was going to stand up for myself. Like, I don't know, no one's bullying you, but it's just kind of like, you know, you don't want, like, if you've got something to say, just say it, because you're an adult. Like, if you're in the clinic, you're treated as an adult, and, you know, that's the way it should be. Like,
there is people there to answer your questions and to ask any question at all, because I know there was questions I was like, I'm a bit embarrassed to ask this because it could be a real kind of, like a silly question, but it's not. No question is silly. Like, you need to just ask the questions and they will be answered. And you know, when you get into the hospital, when you go into hospital in your first admission, you know, it's the same thing. Like any member of staff, you'll meet like the physio, you'll meet whatever kind of members of staff that'll be there. Ask them any questions you want, they're there to answer, and that's the biggest thing, to not be afraid to ask questions, because they will be answered. And if you are feeling, you know, like you are afraid, or like, you know, you are nervous, talk to someone about it. And even the members of staff, I know the psychologist is great in Vincent's, like she'd spend a lot of time with you, or she'd ask you like how you getting on, and they're there to listen. They're there to help you through it, and especially the psychologist in Crumlin as well, they're there to prepare you for it as well, and it is great, and they're there to listen and to talk to, and they'll answer your questions. So.
Especially if you've been used to this one hospital for 17, 18 years, you know where to go, you know how long it's going to take you to get there if you're not from Dublin or whatever. Whereas, you know, we knew where the matter was, we didn't know what door to go in. We actually found out the way to be in, there's like, I'm sure you know it, across from the matter, there's all the doctor's offices. They're actually not on the actual hospital premises, so we didn't know that. We were walking around for a while going, okay, because it's a whole new environment. Even if you've been to the matter, or sorry, the newer hospital for, I don't know, if you broke your hand or something, you're still going to be at a different section when you're going for your checkup. So it is, and especially if you're running late or something, it could be quite daunting. So
I suppose when I was younger and things weren't under control, I skipped my appointments, and that helped nobody. So even if things are going bad, even if you have no records, if you have no questions, you really don't want to be there, I think you should make yourself go, because you have to do it when you get older. So you may as well get into a good routine of taking on the responsibility to go to your appointments, because it's not just the clinic appointments. I mean, you'll have to get used to getting your eyes checked, getting your feet checked. So I think having a condition like diabetes, it comes part and parcel. You need to attend your appointments, because you need to keep yourself well.
I would advise a person that is moving into adult services from a child to learn as much about their own condition as they possibly can, and to retain as much information, ask questions, even your parents and your doctors, and just know as much as you can. And when you do transfer, listen and understand to those. Just try and retain as much information and just understand everything. Be prepared, ask as many questions as you want, write down questions. I wrote down questions going in this time, because I was like, I need to know these things, and just take it at your pace, not theirs, because you're the patient and you're the important one, and you need to understand, because you're an adult now and it's your responsibility, and it's going to be your responsibility. So do it at your pace and just keep it.